They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Nittany Lions will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So James Madison's offense will start this game off with the football. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse. And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special. Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary. Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for us. To the air, it's Barnett. Fires to the big fella. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will take the field for the first time. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly talented. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Looking for a push on fourth down. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Aller. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incomplete.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. They get Set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation, backed up close to their own end zone.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his man. It's Frost. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Howard Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal. And intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. To the air. It's Barnett. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Got room on the return. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The give to the back. Oh, better look out. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Line gets set. First down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Continues to fight for yards. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've got a first down here to open the period. Lost a throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Backed up now here, second and long. Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And they can't make the play on third down. And the Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they...
Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's out. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Gets it out quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia is on top, but this is a close game. And, you know, back in the day, you'd feed Herschel Walker and go home. That guy needs to emerge for them today. They're up by 7 over Marshall. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Pfeiffer. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Barnett. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dukes will call on their punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, running back gets the give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off the play fake. He slings it deep to the left. Pulls in the deep ball. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Aggressive aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it to the back on the draw.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen. They want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Finds the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Finds some fresh air. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Dukes want to move quickly. To the air on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll... And the Dukes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. The Dukes line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to...
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He's got 59 yards on the ground, a very productive 1st half here in the season opener. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Now on the move. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the 1st half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead. Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He's brought down. It'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense within for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. Powers through. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, James Madison. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Allard. Looking for a huge play. And it's picked off at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kyle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Sanchez. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Dukes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Dukes. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Wants to throw. It's Aller. Snagged out of the air. At the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. And I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Penn State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Alabama. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. A little screen to the running back. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn it.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Dukes in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice job handing off to him and getting the 1st down, but with the scoreboard looking how it does, you've got to throw the ball. You've got to go hurry up, you've got to get plays run quickly, and you've got to throw it down the field to get back in this game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. On the move, he fires. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to...
Heat up them pass rushers, bringing them. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Give him 96 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On target over the middle. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions are on the move. To throw, it's Aller. Quarterback adapted. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Nittany Lions are facing 3rd and inches. Quick step and go. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Everybody has to be set. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Quickly to the tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being...
Snags it on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Looking downfield on 1st down. He makes the grab. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Quick strike complete. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. And now they've moved into the red zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Dukes will hustle to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it. 4th and throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff,
over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Penn State's offense will go on the attack first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
and that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire, and you're right. Those are the games that make college football special.
Back to throw, it's Allard. Fires left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Caught near the sticks. It's Pena. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So the Pitt Panthers offense will get the ball for the first time. they are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Pitt pushing the pace.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. Back to throw. It's Holstein. He's got him. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch.
Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Leaves it with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The play action fake. He's got it. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Off-play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Reed. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Pitt right back to the line. After that earlier interception, they want to make sure this guy gets his rhythm back.
Yeah, and sometimes when he loses confidence, he's also not going to push the ball down the field. He doesn't want to make a mistake, and that's a tough life. You want your quarterback to play free and not worry about making that mistake. He's already made one. This is a good way to kind of get that confidence going again.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. He lofts one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive run through the air.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Coming out with it, it's Hicks. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Allen. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quick completion on the out route. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They just keep firing. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you've set yourself up now with 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25. It's a kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Williams.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down. Offense, quick tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final. Trying to take it back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun to give to the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Holstein using his legs to buy some time.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires to the big fella. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabs behind the line. It's Reed. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll ride Davis here. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Aller. That's caught. It's Ross. There he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. It's complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Now they have have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The give to Davis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They want that clock to run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Nittany Lions didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the... And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Using the quick game. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And here comes the punt team. Wants to bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And the quarterback takes a knee. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.